Have you ever felt like your day disappears before you even get a chance to start? I used to feel the same way, like I was always chasing time, trying to catch up and somehow still falling behind. The sheer volume of things to do feels like a physical weight pressing on your chest. So you sit on the couch, you stare at the wall, you pull out your phone and scroll for 2 hours because the alternative is facing the mountain. And then the guilt sets in. You tell yourself you're just lazy. But here's the thing. You aren't lazy, you're just overwhelmed. Your brain is a browser with 87 tabs open. Music is playing from one of them, and you can't figure out which one it is. It's paralyzing. Enter Finn. Finn is an average guy fighting the exact same modern battles you are. Right now, Finn's apartment is a mess, his inbox is a disaster, and he has a deadline looming. He is currently losing the battle against his own life. He feels like he's surrounded on all sides. But here's the good news. The strategy to get out of this trap doesn't require a complicated new system. It requires an incredibly old one. It comes from Miyamoto Musashi, the undefeated samurai philosopher. Now, you're probably thinking, how is a swordsman from the 17th century going to help me fold my laundry and answer emails? Stick with me here. Musashi's mastery wasn't just about swinging a sword. It was about controlling the mind when everything around you is pure chaos. It was about strategy. When you are overwhelmed, you are trying to fight a dozen enemies at the exact same time. Finn looks at his messy room, his homework, and his gym bag, and his brain tries to process doing all of them simultaneously. In a sword fight against multiple opponents, if you try to block everyone at once, you die. It's that simple. Musashi's strategy was to keep moving, positioning himself so that his enemies were forced into a single line. He only ever fought one person at a time. That is your first move. Isolate the enemy. You have to stop looking at the entire battlefield. Put the list away. Pick the one single task in front of you. That task is your only opponent. The rest of the world does not exist. Just you and the dishes. Just you and the first paragraph of that essay. You don't have to win the war today. You just have to win this one specific duel. And that's the part nobody tells you. We make the duel harder than it has to be. We waste energy. Musashi taught that every movement of the sword must have a purpose. No flashy spins, no theatrical poses, just direct, decisive action. We do the exact opposite. When Finn finally decides to study, he spends 20 minutes finding the perfect lo-fi beats playlist. He makes an intricate cup of coffee. He perfectly aligns his pens. He is doing a flashy sword spin to delay the actual strike. It's a comfortable form of procrastination. Cut the noise. Stop setting up the perfect conditions. The conditions will never be perfect. Just sit down and strike. Open the laptop and type a terrible first sentence. Wash one single plate. Make the action as direct and ugly as necessary, as long as it moves forward. The grind isn't supposed to be aesthetic. It's supposed to feel necessary. This leads to the final piece, the void. Musashi talked about striking the void, moving without hesitation, clearing the mind of fear. Overwhelm lives entirely in the gap between thinking and doing. The longer you stand there looking at the mess, the bigger it feels. The friction is completely mental. The moment you actually start washing a dish, it's just warm water and soap. It's not scary anymore. It's just a boring chore. But getting up to do it feels like lifting a boulder. You sit there negotiating with yourself, promising you'll do it in 5 more minutes. You have to close that gap. When you recognize that something needs to be done, do not give your brain the time to complain about it. No hesitation. You just move. And then it clicks. You finish the first task, then the second. The overwhelming mountain shrinks into manageable steps. You aren't paralyzed anymore. You have momentum. You are actually playing the game. So isolate your target, cut the wasted movement, and strike without hesitation. You aren't a victim of your schedule, you're a master of it.